blockchain forensics. Have you ever heard of it? Well, guess what? This company, WhiteRock, is going to learn all about it from this very video. This company has sent me multiple cease and desist letters, publicly threatened to ruin me financially, all because I wouldn't support their project that carried more signs of it being a scam than it does a legit company. If you want to have fun and get updated on this, watch the WhiteRock series episodes 1 through 9 for details, but in this video, I'm going to update the situation and the damning new evidence against this company. Ooh, I can't wait for them to see this video. I know they're stalking my social media pages right now. First, let's explain what blockchain forensics is. Simply put, it's a digital detective work for crypto. The idea is to track what happens to cryptocurrency on the blockchain, where it goes, who it's moving to, how it's being used, and as you follow the trail, you isolate and identify suspicious patterns, locate the origin and destination of funds, and try to connect the dots between anonymous activity and real-world actors. The end goal is usually to recover stolen crypto, help with criminal investigations, or like in this situation, prove corporate legitimacy in a cryptocurrency project. Explained simply, it's to catch the scammers. WhiteRock insists it's a legitimate company. Yet their corporate strategy is to hire young, dumb narcissists with no brains and inflated egos to push an unlicensed crypto project onto the population. Oh, I'm sorry. Did my words cut deep there, WhiteRock? Yeah, I must have forgot to mention that the gloves are off in this video. This company flew me all the way out to Dubai to prove to me that they were legit, promised that they would answer all my questions, but got butthurt when I didn't want to go on their stupid little boat party and refused to answer any of my questions, had empty offices, no employees, and nobody qualified to answer any questions. It seemed to just be a team of idiots staring at ChatGPT pretending that they're qualified to run a business. Now, I'm going to highlight a partial list of the problems with WhiteRock. No Vera license to have a cryptocurrency in Dubai. Yes, they are running unlicensed, it seems. The FSCA license that they do have from South Africa doesn't seem to give them any legal ground to produce and distribute crypto or stablecoins from what I could tell, yet they still do. 3, they do not even have a legitimate white paper for the project that is a Vera or MiCA compliant. How do I know this? Because of this guy right here. Peter Merck, a fintech attorney and managing partner at Surrogate Ventures. This was the man that WhiteRock tried to pay to produce their white paper, except they didn't even pay him. He produced a preliminary white paper draft, but couldn't quite finish it because once he started asking the company the legal questions he was required to ask about their project, WhiteRock got scared, blocked him, took the white paper project that he had produced at that point, and then never paid him for what he even did. They owe him thousands of dollars. And there's a lot more to this situation I'll address in future videos, but this is how I know the company does not even have a real legal white paper, which makes comments from their WhiteRock friends in my Discord like this even funnier. Which is true. I never read their white paper because it doesn't exist. The entire time I was working with WhiteRock, I kept trying to find their white paper. I couldn't find it. I assumed I didn't have the link or I was looking in the wrong spot. Then I made a mental note to check later. This happened over and over and over again until the comment from my Discord about reading the white paper, because truthfully, I just got lazy from trying to search for it all the time, and I just kept referring to their website for info about their project, which their website has no white paper info listed. It has an information section, but they still don't even title this section or call it their white paper. Me and Peter have been in communication for almost a couple weeks now, and unlike WhiteRock, Peter actually is a big player in the crypto and fintech field. This guy's got connections, specifically to a company called Blokiments. This is where things start getting good, guys. Explaining what they do simply, Blokiments is a blockchain forensics company. Peter and his company have a good history with Blokiments. He said that we could use them to perform a full blockchain forensics on WhiteRock to see if they are indeed legit or a scam. One of the biggest concerns about WhiteRock's legitimacy is their association with a cryptocurrency scam called Z Casino, a rug pull that stole $30 million. At Hebby555 on X said that he found associations with early blockchain wallets from Z Casino to WhiteRock. And I sent this evidence over to Peter, which he then sent over to Blokiments. Interestingly enough, I have avoided mentioning WhiteRock's association in similarities to Z Casino, but now that the gloves are off, I think I'm going to summarize the correlation between Z Casino scam and WhiteRock. Both Z Casino and White Rock launched a burn token mechanic early on to create artificial hype. Z Casino tried launching a second token called Z Casino Net, just like White Rock's WhiteNet. They both had used proxy contracts, and their excuse for using them was they wanted to upgrade to a net token. Both utilized undoxed team members, and the teams that they have doxed have little blockchain experience, with users having reported being forced to pay arbitrary fees to get their money out and still unable to withdraw, pointing to the same tactic of locking funds to prolong exit liquidity. In both projects, users were banned from their Telegram, Discord channels for asking critical questions, an effort to suppress dissent and control the narrative while the scam plays out. Both claimed large TVL, which is total value locked, and active users without third party audits. Seriously, guys, I haven't even dug deep into the similarities between those two, and I found all 7 of those right off the top. So now that we see the similarities between the past projects and this current one, what does Blokiments got to say about this? Ooh, let's take a look. Blokiments ran a full on-chain investigation into White Rock between June 5th to June 13th, and what they found was brutal. The stock trading feature on White Rock's platform was completely broken for 9 straight days. Why? Because their SSL certificate expired and nobody noticed. A basic function like secure access, and it sat broken for over a week. When transferring $10 into their USDX account, they were charged a $7 fee, so essentially 70% of their investment was taken right off the bat. They address their possible partnerships. White Rock's website lists several companies like BlackRock, StoneX, First Citizens Bank, which implies potential affiliations or collaborations, but had zero verifiable proof. And worse, users asking about them on X, Reddit, or Telegram were all banned. The team, mostly undoxed nobodies with fake LinkedIn pages, it seems, and made up finance backgrounds. Even the so called founder, Maxime Pizzolito, basically doesn't exist outside of White Rock's promotional content. Their token contracts for both White and USDX are proxy contracts, meaning the devs can change how they work at any time with zero notice. And guess what? Those contracts also include a blacklist function. They can block your wallets whenever they want, freeze your funds, drain liquidity, all with the click of a button. The USDX stablecoin that they brag about being pegged to the US dollar, Blokiments tested it. It's not pegged, not backed, not liquid. Basically, it seems worthless. No yield, no transparency, no access to real assets like they claim, and the minting setup looks more like smoke and mirrors than a real stablecoin protocol. Oh, and that white network blockchain that they said that they were building, Blokiments found zero code, no GitHub, no technical proof, just a weird video demo with no verifiable content. Blokiments even suggested that the demonstration video even looks faked. The fair launch of the WhiteNet token, over 99% of the deposits were funneled through unverified proxy contracts, meaning nobody can even inspect what those contracts do. The Ethereum contract taking deposits, not open source. It appears as though they literally launched a multi-million-dollar token sale through a black box smart contract and expect people to trust it. Blokiments broke it down clear. The token is unlocked, the liquidity is entirely controlled by the team, no vesting, no safeguard, no accountability. Just a bunch of wallets they control holding billions of tokens that they can dump on you whenever they want. The token has thousands of transfers, but only a few hundred real wallets behind them. Blokiments tracked the trades, checked the addresses, and it doesn't add up. It's not a community. It looks more like a loop of manufactured volume and internal transfers. They also found multiple wallets funneling assets into vaults and proxy pools in a way that looks exactly like Zcasino's setup, especially with their liquidity manipulation and the same rug pull friendly proxy architecture. It's really looking similar. Everything about this project screams caution. When you lay the Zcasino playbook side by side with what Blokiments uncovered, White Rock starts to look less like a new project and more like a familiar scam wearing a mask. So, as you see, Blokiments found a ton of the same concerns I found when looking into this project. But that's not even everything. In my research and the digging I did, I found that the employees are being paid by a company called NodeWorks. Another highly fishy company that seems to have zero history or licenses that I could locate. And also, Nodework seems to be going dark right now. I was looking at their website and reviewing the employees listed for Nodework. All of them seem to be fake people with either no LinkedIn accounts and no history. And yesterday, the website went completely dark. I cannot even load it up anymore. I'm really disappointed because I only managed to grab one screenshot when trying to investigate the supposed employees that were listed. And if Nodeworks is dark, who's paying the White Rock employees? The inconsistencies go on and on. I highly suggest doing your own research and reading this report by Blokiments. I summed up all of their details to bite-sized amounts, but there is so much more that they found that I didn't include in this video. I'm going to put the link in my description if I'm able to, and I'm going to post it on my Discord so you guys can read this article. And I'm also going to post it on X. But on top of all of this, I have even more information about White Rock than what I even included in this video. But for certain reasons I can't express yet, I have to wait for a future video to disclose other details. Get this video out to everyone who needs to see it. Please share, repost, comment, like, follow. Everything you do to interact with this video helps the algorithm so more people can become aware of what's going on here. And hopefully we can get everyone to be safe. Wealth, love, and authenticity to you all.